Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping on in now. Want to touch on this here topic and get your notepads and stuff like that. We be going in when I'm doing this. Now, right now, my coaching sessions are closed, and so just my current clients can book sessions, and then other outside of that, like if you need a immediate session, then need to go to mymentor.life. Get on over there at mymentor.life. Now, this is a very important topic, also a hot button topic. You hear about this and talk about this often, and it's unfortunate that it's that way. And I have a quote that says, "We don't sit down to listen until you stand up to walk away." That's just how we're wired as men. And what we are wired for is adventure, thrill, risk. So, what we want to do is we want to push a woman as far as we can push her, because that lets us know what's her breaking point and how much we can get away with before she breaks. Now, this is something that we believe about women. We believe that we can break a woman and then put her back together, rebuild her. So a man will drive you to your breaking point with the hopes that he can still have you, get you back, and put you back together, or depending on his mental makeup and history and biography, he may break you again. And that just is determined by the man. So I want you to realize and understand that is what we trying to do is no different than a boy who he jumps off the back of the couch. He run through the house, open the refrigerator door, slam it, go to the light switch, flick it on and off, on and off, on and off. Go to the bathtub, run a tub full of water, wash his hand in it, never get in and shower and bathe. That boy is testing his guardian's limits. He wants to see how much can I do in this house before I get a whooping or get put in timeout or get yelled at. And then as soon as he gets some type of reprimand, now he knows, okay, that is a limit. That is out of bounds. So let me rein it back in, and I'm finna dance on this out of bounds line right in front of the out of bounds. So if inside that out of bounds, I'm inside the out of bounds, and what happened was I could run through the house, I could yell, scream, jump up and down, dance. I could play with a softball in the house, not a softball like the sport, but I mean a soft ball, like the little squishy ball. I could play with a softball in the house. I could put my feet in the couch. He gonna go all the way till what gets him put in timeout or get a spanking. And that act that he did, that lets him know that's out of bounds. You done crossed the boundary right there. Get your life together. So that's where that come from. And men, them boys grow into men, and then men do the same thing. Men get to a place to where, hey, finna do this, finna get on over on you. Y'all forgive me. Let me order me a coffee real quick. Starbucks. All right, I'm back. Now y'all forgive me. Got my little order coming. So got a situation to where this is what you got to realize. You have to understand that the makeup of a man does not make sense to a woman. And I think that's what happens a lot is women are like, oh, that's one. Y'all forgive me. It's always getting this interview set up. Second. And so that's what you got to realize, that you're gonna get to a place to where a lot of times a man will push you and he'll get you all the way to that edge. He wants you all the way to that edge because he want to see what you're gonna put up with. So the first time, that's why you have to leave fast. That's the key. Leave fast. Like, don't let him push you where you all the way down the street around the corner. You got to leave fast so he knows that the limit is not that far. You don't get to do so much before she leave. He need to know that what he can get away with is very little bit. And once he understands that, now he knows he got to get some act right. He got to act right. And if you understand that part of it, it'll work out for you. But if you let him drag you through the mud, you're going to get done wrong over and over again. And so you have to realize that. And being able to see, like, it's human nature to test you. You got to know that just because he's a good man doesn't mean he won't test you. And a lot of women be like, oh, I never test a man. I don't test men. I don't do this. I don't do that. Yeah, because you're not a man. So just because you won't do that don't mean he won't do that. And so you got to understand that part of it. It don't you and him are different. And it doesn't benefit you to get bitter about it, get sad about it. Oh, why I gotta go through all this? Oh, I don't want to go through all this. Oh, you don't want to get caught up in all of that. That ain't what you want to get caught up in. What you want to be in is understanding that y'all are different. Understanding that you got to set them standards, set them boundaries out the gate. That's what you got to understand. You got to get to a place where you realize and understand that you can't play with them. And you have to be willing to walk away. And remember this here quote. Remember this quote. In order to keep a man, you must be willing to lose him. You have to be willing to move on with your life, no matter how much you love him, no matter how sweet he is, how nice he is, how thoughtful he is, how rich he is, tall, short, handsome, whatever he is. You have to be willing to walk away, and you got to be willing to walk away under any circumstance. In the first week of dating, in the 1,000th week of dating, you got to be willing to walk away. At any given time, any given moment, you got to be ready to move on about your business. And if you could do that, you're going to be all right. But if not, it's gonna cost you. So what you have to realize is what we do to get a woman, we often won't do to keep a woman. And I'm trying to be intentional about that. Even 19 years in marriage, March 30th made 19 years. And so we in July. So today, what I did, I sent my wife $500 and said, "Hey, go get you a couple new Pilates outfits." And because she posted Pilates in her stories, and she went to Pilates there, I said, "Go get you a couple new Pilates outfits." And then I went to the florist website and I ordered a dozen of roses. It was $125 before whatever shipping and taxing and fees, and they delivered to the house. And they're like that. Then yesterday, what I took and paid off a credit card from last month. She had whatever she had used. She hadn't used it all, but what she had used, it was probably $2,500. Paid it off so that she could go and let her know, hey, you need your facial, whatever little treatment, whatever you're doing, there you go. And that's just me trying to take and make an effort, because what we'll do is we'll get complacent. We'll get complacent and we won't ask for what we need. And women do it in the same thing. Women do the same thing. And like I tell y'all, anytime I ask my wife for a little bit of love making, she never turned me down, because she knows, now if I ain't feeling it, she's not gonna bother me, because she's not that type of woman. Like, she's not gonna bother me. She don't need it. Like, she ain't never been like that since I knew her. And it'd be a lot of women that are the opposite of that, trying to paint with a broad stroke and may like every woman needs sex all the time, and that's not true. But the women who need sex all the time be the ones with a phone in their face or a microphone in their face. And the women like my wife, who could live without it, don't be on the phone giving out their bedroom information. And so it'll start making men think, oh, every woman putting out like crazy. And it'll make women think like, oh, I got to do it like that. I got to do it that much and all of that. To each their own. But as humans, human nature is to get complacent, to take advantage, and be comfortable and not do what we're supposed to do. And that's what you got to realize and understand when you start to look into this right here. And you'll start to see. So a man will go to a place to where he is more complacent and less appreciative. And once we feel like we own you, once we feel like we done bought you, we got you, whether you pregnant, whether you got a soul tie, whether you got a child with us, once we feel like we own you, we'll kick them feet up. We'll show kick them feet up on you. Right on up. And so you got to realize and understand that. That's a very real thing. Very real. And here's the thing. The next thing you got to understand. When you are begging a man for time, for attention, for sex, for support, whatever it is, begging makes him see you as less than. Begging makes him look down on you. That's one thing about that. When it comes to that begging, you got to be careful. Like, a man does not respond to that. We respond to strength. We respond to confidence. You got to be ready and willing to walk away and to let us feel it. That's what you got to do. Because if not, we ain't buying it. You got to be ready and willing. I'm going to tell you that right there. And so once you realize that, and you get to that place to where you understand you can't afford to let a man get comfortable, You can't afford to let a man, like, let him get to where he taking you for granted and looking down on you, mistreating you, this, that, and the third. Mm-mm. You got to hold them to a high standard. You got to have foot on neck. You got to make sure respect is given. That respect got to be given across the board. Got to. Because if you don't, if you're not careful, if you are not careful, it's going to cost you. It is going to cost you. You're going to get hit hard. And I'm going to tell you that now. You're going to get hit hard. Because he will push you to the point of no return. He'll push you to the edge. And so you got to be able to see and realize when he's taking you for granted. Okay, my Starbucks on the way. And you can't be bent over, crying, begging, snotting. Can't be doing all of that. Can't be doing all that. And I'm gonna tell you, because well, listen, I'm with the one. Like my wife, she'll never let me see her cry. She'll never let me see her sweat. She don't never. Anytime we got into it and things ain't, I'm nitpicking and we ain't doing the best, she'll be like, okay, all right, whatever you want to do, all right, okay. And she just stand on that. It don't mean that she don't be hurting. Don't mean that it don't hurt her feelings. Don't mean it don't bother. Don't mean that nervous system ain't jacked up. Don't mean that. It just, she don't let me see her sweat. She not finna beg me, begging and pleading, cause that begging make a man lose respect for you. That begging will make a man stomp you out. Not speaking literally, but metaphorically. That begging, they ain't gonna work for you. It ain't gonna work in your favor. That ain't what you want. That ain't what you want. So you got to realize and understand that begging get you caught up. It'll get you dogged out. So you got to move forward. Now, the other thing is, and this is where you got to be, this is what you got to be mindful of. When you really want to, and me and my developer, my homeboy, Austin, we talking about something in this here space. But when you want to take and send a real message, when you want to send a real message to this here man, and you want him to understand you not to be played with, you have to go no contact. Because a man will confuse access with love. You have to go no contact so that he got to listen to his thoughts, so that he got to be in his head, so that he got to go through everything that he need to go through in that silence, in that distance, in that no contact. He gonna feel it. He is going to feel it. Every little bit of it, he gonna feel it all. It gonna hit him, gonna tear him right on up. And so you got to realize, that that's how that works. You're going to have to decide. Now, I don't know if maybe have you read my book, A Woman's Influence. If you haven't, go read that. If you listen, I would tell you like right here, the next time you get what Woman's Influence costs right now on Amazon, I'm gonna tell you the next time you get that, and I think they got a free trial where you could listen to it. But I don't think I get nothing from that. So go buy that hard book, buy that hard bite. Got that audiobook talking about free with Audible trial. Y'all getting all that right there. Hardcover is $25. We say only one left in stock, so order it soon. Get that hard bite. Kindle is $14, but get that right there. It's 4.8 stars. We got a sold. Somebody I probably done went off on here and gave us a 2-star. Oh, nasty, low down, dirty hater. Nasty slap body. Naughty neck hater. 4.8, that's 5 stars. 89% gave 5 stars. 7% gave 4 stars. 3% gave us 3 stars. Nasty hater. And then 1% gave 2 stars. Lord, have them Makona down there and saying how hey. And so what you got to realize is, what's this? Make it work. 22 time tested real life lesson. That thing say number 1 top rated. Oh, number 1 top rated. Maybe that mean the best ratings. Man, let me screenshot that. Oh, make it work. But I believe the 72-hour rule is in my book, A Woman's Influence. Because my wife hit me with that there. My wife hit me with that. And boy, let me tell you. Boy, look here. When she hit me with that blim blow, I was doubled over. When I tell you I was doubled over, I was doubled over. That thing hit me so hard. That thing told me up. You know what I mean? And you got to be able to do that. I probably called my wife. On that time right there. I probably called my wife 80 times in one day. I ain't gonna tell you now a lie. Probably called her 80 times in one day. So I'm gonna tell you like this right here. You got to be strong. It ain't gonna be easy now. You got to be strong on that. For real, for real. You got to be strong. Cause he'll pull everything. You'll be sitting there, he'll be like, oh, I'm on the hospital slab. I'm at the hospital. They said they think I ain't got much longer. I just want to hear your voice. And at that point now, you got to make your mind up. I'm going to tell you like that right there. At that point, you got to make your mind up now. You got to make your mind up right there. Let me tell you that now. Because if you don't, you're going to pay the price. You're going to pay the price. Because, I have done that before. When I was out there playing them games, out there like that, man, listen to me. Listen to me. I done it to where it be I'm about to do this to myself, about to do that. Yeah, this right here just happened. Just got in the shootout, doing anything to get that phone picked up. You got to be ready for it all. So you got to make up your mind. And I'm gonna tell you like this right here. Here's the mindset you got to have with this. You got to be willing to lose them. Like if you walk away, let's say he cheated on you, put hands on you, cuss you out, did you dirty. If you walk away and he say, I'm about to do this right here to myself, got to wash your hands with it. You cannot try to be a band-aid to a bullet wound, because a lot of men will play them games and will pull you back in, and then he be like, oh, thank you so much for calling me. I decided not to do it. I just need to see you so bad. When can I see you? If he have to go to the point of that type of manipulation, y'all give me 1 second. See what song go with this. Uh-oh, I ain't even know my thing was running. I thought I had to paused it. Y'all forgive me. I thought my Starbucks was here, but that wasn't it. Y'all, I'm posting my books on Instagram. Hey, touch it though, and go on get it. Starbucks just made it. So that's what you got to realize. Y'all forgive me. I don't know why I had that audio on. Making that little post on Instagram. Y'all forgive me. Had to get that post up when I went to see that #1 top rated. Oh, make it work. I'm like, hey, see, this is different over here. Y'all be on here listening to people give you relationship advice, and they ain't got #1 top rated on Amazon. And then y'all think I be bragging. No, I'm just reporting live. I'm just reporting live. #1 top rated on Amazon. So that's all I'm saying. Go get the books. Get that in your life. It go a lot deeper than I do on the video. And so that's what I want you to process and really start to think about. Because if you got to leave that joker and he texting you, he calling you, and you picking up that phone, you say, oh, still got him. Still got him. So you gotta make sure that it's a period of time that he can't reach you. Got to make sure of that. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me grab my coffee. My it's only 2 cars out there. And in 2020, I had bought a Bentley Continental GT and a Bentley Continental GT Speed. And it cost me, I got it 3 years old. So I ain't have to pay full market. The MSRP, the paperwork said 265,000. And I drove it for a little bit, but I gave it to my daddy a couple years ago. And it's paid off. And I got it out there parked. And it's a rare colorway. They call the color anthracite or anthracite gray. Got like a little red trim. I believe it's a 1 of 1. I believe it's the only one in the country. So I know when the person pulled up with this here Starbucks and saw that out there, and above my office it say dentist. And I say that just to say, not to brag or to boast, but just to say, as a young black man, getting old, but as a black man, to be working for the Lord, doing what I'm doing, and to be able to take care of my family without having to lie and scam and hustle and do all of that. Just can't put that in the words. Like I just can't put that in the words. And so if I say anything else to you about this here little sidebar, is live your purpose. It ain't about material things and nothing like that. Just you live at your means, you live at the level that God, take you. But just make sure you live in your purpose. That's what I'm talking about. And now what I want to leave you with on this here topic is I also want you to be mindful of overgiving. A lot of times women get taken advantage of and get mistreated because of overgiving. So I see women who they have watched and studied thoughts. And thoughts are slaves in a relationship. What I want you to understand is, yes, as a man, would we love 3 meals a day? Sex in the morning, sex at night, 3 hot meals, and a warm, cozy bed or cool, cozy bed. Yes, we would love that. Back massages, sloppy toppy, goppy droppy, doppy noppy. Yes, we would love all of that. But you are a human. You're not a robot. Like you got hormone shifts, hormone changes. You got menstrual cycles. You got migraines. You got good day, bad day, bloating, gas, whatever it may be. Like you're not just a sex slave or a maid or indentured servant, a chef. You might be a chef, but you know what I mean. And so, yes, we would love all that stuff, but at the same time, you're a human being. You got a life. You're tired. You got stuff going on. And so that's what I want you to realize is like when you see these women I'm like, oh, I meal prep for my man. They meal prep. Seen the lady talking about she meal prep Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday. Like, okay, congratulations. Like, you doing the most, but a lot of times, a lot of these women be done had a lot of things. And that's why the lady Superhead, her nickname is Superhead, named Karen or Corinne Steffens, said, tell the men that marry HOs. And what she's saying is they used to serving. They come from a place of servitude. She said, you're gonna wake up with that sloppy toppy, go to bed with that sloppy toppy, but at the same time, it ain't special because you know 1,000 other men that had it. And so, and then it end up draining the woman, and that's what, and those be the type of women that'll stab a man because they been gave everything under the sun and still get cheated on. So now, if you do all of that and you still get cheated on, oh, you ready to stab something? You ain't just ready to walk away. And gave you my whole life and did all this, did all that, and did all this. You thought you could serve love. You thought you could just serve your way to being loved and treated right and protected and all of that. A man gonna be a man if that's who he is. Like, that ain't gonna stop nothing. You cook 9 meals a day. You can have sex with him every hour on the hour, and he still will cheat on you if that's who he is. So it's certain things that you got to reserve for marriage. And I'm going to tell you what that is. Now, y'all forgive me here drinking my coffee. So I don't drink and eat on camera. So one of the things you got to reserve for marriage is daily cooking. Can't do that. That's too much for a boyfriend. Show him you could cook if you could cook. Show him you could cook. Let's say you cook Sunday dinner. Okay, that's more than enough. Daily cleaning. Show him you could clean by your place being clean. And that's good. Don't be cleaning his place. Show him you could do laundry by your place, your laundry being done. You might go to the laundromat with him and support him, but let him do his laundry. Like, all of that stuff is cool. And yeah, we all love it. But if you ain't finna have no fast marriage plan, then that's something different. Give me one second. Yeah, forgive me. Look at that video. And so this what you got to get to that place. And also what you need to reserve to marriage is the obvious. Sloppy toppy. You shouldn't be slob knobbing no boyfriend. And if you don't want to do that in marriage, that's a conversation y'all got to have. That's not something that every man requires. So you won't believe that, but that's not something that every man requires. Like, it's a lot of us. A lot of us ain't worried about no mouth. Yeah, me. We want that snapper down there. We want the real deal. Mouth, teeth be nasty. You're nasty. Yeah. It ain't necessary for everybody. Now, if that's different for your man, okay, all right. Y'all talk. That's between y'all and God. We'll see what the Lord feel about it. But y'all married, so I don't know if it's such thing as a defiled bed when you're married. Only adultery and fornication and what have you. So, I ain't getting in the weeds on that. That's to each their own. You get your interpretation, your word from the Lord on it and what have you. But, and I'm going to tell you the next thing, which is very unrealistic, is reserving sex. until marriage. Now it's certain people, and the reason why I got to spell this out now, ladies, just because you're not letting them put it in the front, don't mean you should let them put it in the back. Nor does it mean you should let them put it in the mouth. So I had to spell that out for y'all. Like, all of that is off the limits. Because it be some of y'all to where y'all get to where, well, Tony, you said, I ain't know you meant, yeah, I meant that, all of that. That's worse, child. What you talking about? That's worse. Look nasty behind. Like, what the world? Like, what are you talking about? I remember when somebody came to me and she was hating on this other celebrity. She was hating on this celebrity. She was kind of like a little public figure. Like, yeah, all that. He a virgin. But she be sucking that thing. And I'm like, what? That's what she be doing? I say that, well, that's worse. She might as well pop P. Cause it's like you swallowing D, might as well pop P. That don't make no sense. Right? What in the world is going on? So that's what you got to realize and understand. Like, don't overgive. Because when you overgive, it mess up a lot. And see, the thing where this could come from, where I need you to realize and understand is, I was out there. I had access to a lot, did a lot, moved and shake. And then when I met my wife, man, she rationed it out. Like them different levels, the different types, and that different, all that right there, like just really being less comfortable. And it was rationed out over time. It took time. It took years. And I learned that was actually, even though it was by default, it was like by God design, I learned that was actually the best way that my wife could have did that. Because had she been completely 1,000,000,000% all the way comfortable and out there year one, I probably could have got bored of it, got tired of it. But it being spaced out and me having to continue to earn her trust and, just show her love and really and all of that. And it's a lot of loose women that don't understand that. And when I say that, loose women be emailing me, oh, she should have been swallowed on her verge on the honeymoon. It's like, okay, that's for you. Go ahead. God bless. Keep your head up. That might be why it ain't now one of your relationships worked out. So you got to think about that. And so that's what you got to realize. Oh, somebody said they read the book before they got married. I need to pin that. I sure need to pin that. Love that though. So yeah, something to think about now. Something to think about. Get to that place. Get that in your mind. So y'all, what I will say, I'm home this week for the most part. So be ready. But I be having stuff going on. So, but be ready for these videos. Reset your notification. Sometimes people ask me, Tony, I missed your video. Where your video been? If you don't see my video, that means go to my page, go to the main page, click it, click videos, click latest, then you'll see it. Because sometimes they're not going to push all of them. So understand that. And y'all forgive me, I have to multitask at times. So forgive me on that there. But God bless you. Keep your head up. Keep going. And we'll talk soon. Oh, all the important links in the description. Make sure you get on over there to destinyapp.com. Yes, the business formal name is Destiny, which is a date with Destiny. But the .com, just for marketing purposes, the destinyapp.com. So get on over there and get that in your spirit. We'll talk to you soon.